So in this video we are going to start the reading of class ninth science book chapter number 1 scientific study. So without any delay, let's start. Okay, so scientific study. What are the questions, hypothesis, experimental work, and data collection measured method is scientific study of acid basic and neutral property of fruits and chemicals given in 1.1. So in figure 1.1 we have given some various substances, and each of them are either acidic, basic, or neutral. The steps of scientific learning are given in above figure 1.2. The different types of experimental work are performed for data and evidence collection in scientific learning. The essential part, pH value, are collected from experimental work in scientific study about acidity, basicity, and neutral properties of fruits and chemicals given in figure 1.2. In scientific study, the experimental work are performed in the laboratory or in the outer environment. The measurement of small or large quantities must be taken in data collection and study of various disciplines of science for scientific study. These type of measurement are written in the scientific system. The average measurement is taken to minimize the error in measurement. And from this paragraph we can derive some important things like pH value. The full form of pH is power of hydrogen or potential of hydrogen. Then next chapter page talks about scientific process skill. Scientific skill provides the basis of scientific learning. We require a scientific process skill and scientific attitude beside the knowledge of science. The scientific process skill includes observation, questioning, classification, prediction, interpretation, measurement, concluding, communication, etc. Do the given activities for the exercise of scientific process skill. So we have given a experiment. You can go through this. Next is scientific learning. Scientific learning. While making tea, water vapor comes from the spout of kettle while it strikes on the bottom of cold metal plate and falls in the drop of water. If the hot plate it place instead of cold plate, the process of formation of amount of water drop will be decreased. From this observation, we can conclude that the temperature of the striking surface plays a role in the rate of formation of water droplet. In the same way, the temperature of air plays an important role in the process of cloud formation and rainfall. So the Department of Weather Forecast collects the data on how temperature decreases with the increase in height of Earth's surface and predict the amount of rainfall by analysis of this data. Science is taken as the process of knowledge building. It is an organized method used to discuss natural events on the basis of fact. We use our sense organ and different kind of instruments to collect evidences from the knowledge building process. There are various steps of scientific learning shown in figure 1.2. The first step of scientific learning is observation of some events or problems and makes curiosity or making questions for research. Hypothesis is built in the second step and data are collected after experiment in the third step. In the fourth step, the result and conclusion is made from the analysis of collected data. The hypothesis is tested either right or wrong at the fifth step. If the hypothesis is verified, then the report is prepared and communicated to others. This is the last step of scientific learning. If hypothesis is not justified, then hypothesis can be modified and all the above steps are repeated. So this talks about method of scientific learning. How can we understand the basic phenomenon that is happening in our surrounding? So let us discuss. We have given a case study. Let us discuss. The figure 1.7 shows the procedure adopted to develop the vaccine for coronavirus. What step of scientific studies such as questioning, estimation, practical works, and data collection might be followed in this process? The effect of vaccine in mice was observed during its development of vaccine as in figure 1.7. The essential data were collected and analyzed for the study of effect in mouse. The sample of vaccine was developed On the basis of these facts, and it was first injected to the selected animals for testing. The estimated result by the researcher. Then it was applied to selected human beings after its complete success in animals. Finally, it was permitted for mass application in humans. Scientists have studied natural phenomena like force, energy, matter, origin of life, structure of earth, universe, and other different fields by following the above step of scientific learning. They have discovered the principles and theories from the conclusion of scientific learning. For example, Sir Isaac Newton discovered the law of gravitation acted between any two masses. L- Fields of science. The main fields of science are biology, physics, chemistry, geology, astronomy, environmental sciences, etc. Biology. The maize plant, nutritive maize, shown in the figure 1.8, shown in figure 1.8. Okay, so are the varieties of maize developed by the scientists of Nepal Agricultural Resource Council (NARC). NARC stands for Nepal Agricultural Resource Council. This is important. The genes of organism are studied for the development of this type of varieties. Biology is the field that studies the fact about organism. The scientists who study biology are called biologists. The biologists are involved in the study of properties of living beings, reproduction, excretion, respiration, behavior of life, body structure, and interaction with environment and other organisms. Under this, microbes to advanced multicellular mammals are studied. New inventions are being made in the field of biology. The eye surgeon ophthalmologist of Nepal, Sandhguru, developed the intraocular lens after continuous work on the related field. This invention makes treatment of eye cataract more reliable and cheap. Next field of science is physics. The law of gravitational force and law of motion were invented by Sir Isaac Newton. Similarly, Stephen Hawking studied the detail of universe. The field that studies the physical phenomena like force, motion, energy, etc. is called physics. The scientists who study physics are called physicists. Under physics, the phenomena of atom to the universe are studied. Chemistry. The theory of atomic structure was invented by John Dalton. Similarly, Dimitri Mendeleev studied the property of elements and classified them on the basis of atomic weight. The field that studies the matter and how their property change is chemistry, and the scientist who studies chemistry is called chemist. Under chemistry, the property of matter on the basis of atom and molecule are studied. It includes the study of simple chemical reaction to nuclear reaction. There are some other specific fields of science which come under the above three main fields. They are considered as interdisciplinary field. Geology, astronomy, agriculture, environment science, etc. are example of interdisciplinary field. So we have given some activities, you can go through it. So safety measures of scientific learning. Okay, discuss the following question about safety measures that are to be followed during scientific experiment. How is diluted acid made from concentrated acid? What happens when alcohol is heated in beaker? The experimental work are conducted in scientific study. Precaution must be followed while conducting various experimental work in laboratory or in outer environment. Accident may happen when precaution is not followed properly. Alcohol may burn while heating in the beaker and may cause accident. To prevent this, it is safe to heat it by keeping it in hot water, which is called a water bath. To prevent this, it is safe to heat it by keeping it in hot water, which is called water bath. Similarly, the water is not directly added in acid for dilution. Instead, the acid is kept slowly on the water. So, any experiment has to be done carefully. The following are the safety measures to be followed during the experiment. The experiment is done only in the presence of teacher. The safety instrument like lab coat, safety glass, gloves, etc. are used while working in lab. If any accident happens, it should be immediately informed to teacher. The need to know the information about any device before using it. The chemical must be taken in adequate amount while doing experiment. Safety measures are to be followed while using chemicals. The door window must be opened during the experiment. The teacher should be informed it concentrate exit is required. The experimental place should be cleaned after experiment and instruments are kept in their respective place. The hands should be washed with soap and water after finishing the experiment. Marie Curie died of leukemia disease as a result of radiation exposure from radioactive element during unsafe experiment in the radioactive substance. Achievement and challenges of science and technology. In the course of scientific development, various efforts have been made to make work faster and easier. The technology related instruments are invented by scientists as a result of scientific study. For example, James Watt discovered the steam engine. The discovery of steam engine led to an outstanding transformation in transportation technology. Another important invention is the generation of electricity from a steam engine. In this process, the turbine of generator is rotated with the help of water vapor in the electricity production plant. Along with the development of the technology, its proper management is also essential. The coal used for the heating of water in the steam engine cause excessive air pollution. Similarly, the security and management of byproduct of nuclear power plant is too challenging. For example, in 2021, the atomic power plant was damaged in Fukushima of Japan by tsunami and toxic radiation was released in the environment. So the challenges are also connected with the achievement in science and technology. In 1986, the exposure of atomic power plant in Chernobyl of Ukraine released the radiation which caused the destruction of human health and death in and around Ukraine. Scientific measurement. Measurement is of great importance in science. The physical quantity is expressed in scientific notation. The scientific notation, the measurement of an object is taken while conducting different scientific experimental work. The conclusion was drawn after analysis of data collected from the experiment. According to the field of scientific study, the data related from very small microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, to the size of large objects like the mass of Earth, mass of Sun, etc., should be collected. The number of small and large scales should be used in this process. For example, it is difficult to write the size of virus like 0.00000000001 meter, and the distance between Earth and Sun is 15 1 to 100 15 crore meter. So it is written in the power of 10, which is called scientific notation. It is easy to express the small or big numerical by scientific notation. In scientific notation, it is easy to donate the distance between heavenly bodies as well as the size of small micro object atomic size. Ways of scientific notation. For example, the length of each east-west highway is 80. So, this is the process. You can go through it. Rules of scientific notation. The base is always 10. The power is not 0 and it is positive or negative. The coefficient is always 1 to 2 integral number. If the number is multiple of 10, the place value of decimal is modified to left. So left, right. So that you can go through it. Metric prefix. This is a metric prefix. Deca means 10 power 1. Deca, hecto, kilo, mega, giga. Deci, centi, milli, micro, nano, pico. Importance of least count. Okay, so this is remaining chapter, last topic of our chapter. Importance of least count. The stopwatch, short scale and protector are shown in the diagram. What are the physical quantities that these instruments are used to measure? What is the value of unit of smallest quantity that can measure from these instruments? Discuss and complete the table. The stopwatch is used in different sport competition. For example, a stopwatch is used to calculate the time taken by runners who secured the first, second, and third position. From a stopwatch, 0.01 second can be measured, so it is easy to decide the first, second, and third of athletes. 0.01 second is the first part of 100 of second 1 or 1 by 10 second. So 0.01 second is the lowest amount of digital stopwatch. Similarly, if the thickness of notebook is 1.2 centimeter, the lowest dg unit is 0.1 or 1 millimeter. The lowest amount that can measure from instrument is called least count. Least count may differ on the basis of instrument using measurement scale. In a scale, two different type of units of measurement are included. One is inch and another is centimeter. In scale, 1 centimeter is divided into 100 small division. The minimum unit of scale is 0.1 centimeter. So the least count of scale is 1 millimeter. In the protector, the small 10 small segment are there from 1 to 10 degree. The one segment shows 1 degree or the acuteness of protector 1 degree. So the least count differ with the difference of instrument used. For example, the least count of hand watch is second and centimeter second is and centisecond is digital stopwatch. The least count has more value in scientific study. The accurate measurement is done with the help of least count. The conclusion was drawn after the data analysis of any measurement. So here is the thing, you can go through it. Last is importance of taking average in measurement. The time period taken by marble or a stone to strike in a tin sheet from 2 meter height may differ in all three times. In this process, the measurement of time is not accurate at once. Its average measurement is regarded as more accurate than a single one. This kind of problem may occur in measuring small quantities in scientific studies, so the average measurement of two or more three reading give a more accurate measurement. If the small result is obtained after repeated measurement again and again, it is regarded as a precise measurement.